guys can tell by the title, this is going to be, uh, I guess, me sharing some of my traumas that I had to overcome. I prayed over this, even sharing this, because even thinking about sharing it kind of builded up a little bit of resistance. We always talk about one of the messages that frequently come up in our awareness is to tell your truth. Is to tell your truth so other people know that they can get through it. So I guess this is just me sharing with you some of the traumas that I had to overcome as a child into adulthood, and some things may resonate, some things may not, but at the end of the day, is to let you guys know that there is nothing that we cannot overcome. So, and also, what made me really think about doing this, shit, I was watching, what was it? It was, I guess, marriage boot camp or something like that. And I don't even watch TV, so for it to come up online, it was kind of crazy for me. And basically, they had to like draw out uh, two bad things and one good thing about their life that's affecting their adulthood, their life. And then they end up talking about it, sharing it, and then they had children come play out their scenario, which in that moment, after just speaking on traumas, a lot of this stuff that I'm about to mention today, I haven't told a soul. And but it's like when they reenacted it, have the children, speak their traumas. It was it was like being children having to deal with so much. It's like you see so much dysfunction that dysfunction seems functional, and it really just made me realize um, how far I've truly come, how how powerful we truly are. Damn it, I ain't even started talking and I'm already emotional. All right, so my mom and my father, they divorced when I was 3. Um, Within that time, it's like, my mom had to work. She had 2 elder siblings. They were 6 and 7 years older than I. So my life was really just me, myself, and I. You know, Outside of church, it was just me because my other siblings, they were much older. You know what I'm saying? Um, I remember my mom, she has this big heart. She used to let family come live with us and stuff, other people, kids and stuff. I had this elder cousin, and it's another thing like we don't talk about. We don't talk about families that have pedophiles in them. My first experience with like even seeing a man's anatomy came from a family member that was like hella older. It was this person would like have me like touch them in places I wasn't supposed to. And when I'm telling you I was young, it's like it was an energy where you a kid, but you feel shameful. You want to say something, but then it's like you feel like part of it's your fault. And then it's like you're thinking about the repercussions for the other person. It's like a lot to deal with. at a young age. And I remember one time, like this family member, this elder cousin, like he ugh, had me like touch him, and he ejaculated, and it was so disgusting. Like it was like an energy of, you know, and like being six or something. That shit is not a good feeling. I remember I used to my uncle. I remember one reason why I love my uncle to death, because you know how when you're a kid you don't say stuff, but your face, you cry out for help, you know? Like, I remember this same cousin one day, like, had me sit, want to sit on his lap or something. And I'm just looking at my uncle, like, and my uncle was like, "You'll never sit on no nigga lap." And when he said that, it was relieving, because it made me feel like I was safe. Even in the energy of him, you know, yelling, but he let the person know that this ain't gonna happen. I don't even think he knew what this person was doing, but just for him to say that, I to this day, like, I love my uncle so much. So much. And I be thinking, like, damn. Now, to tell you the truth, like, to be honest, y'all, this is the first time I'm even speaking on this. You hear me? Like, and and like I said, if I didn't watch this show, like, you know, you really don't understand how certain things play effect in your adult life growing up. Then years later, whatever, like I said, my mom, my dad separated. Uh, my dad had this friend or whatever. They called him like Chief. Like back in Africa, you have people who I guess old, and they call him Chief. Now this man had a wife and everything. He was um he was like a little creep too. You feel me? I think at this time I could have been like 8 or 9, but every time Chief would come over, Chief would kind of like, you know, like touch me in a way that it just made me feel eerie. Now, mind you, I already been fucked up from a family member. You know what I'm saying? Look, and I have to thank God, because I didn't get raped or nothing like that. It was just that mm, energy. So I remember like a couple of times Chief would come over, and it just like those extra long ass hugs and shit, you know, that touch and that uncomfortable touch. And I remember one day Chief came over, and I just looked at my dad like, and at that moment, like, he knew, he knew. He told me to go in the room. Every time Chief would come over, he'll have me go in the room, and I was so happy. Like, I'm like, okay, you feel me? Like, it's like that unspoken cry out. That's the reason why I tell people, you really have to pay attention to your children. You really have to look at them and let them look at them, feel them. You know, because people are fucked up out here. And a lot of the fucked up people could come from your own family. You know what I'm saying? Let alone motherfuckers that don't even know you. So, it's like, okay, so in those instances, you know, like, the thing is, it's like we really don't know how much we need kids, and it ain't even just about girls, about boys too. We need to be protected. We need to protect our children. And it's like, so growing up, like I said, I'm already in this energy where I'm one deep my whole life, you know. I mean, mom had to work, siblings 7, 6 years older than me. When we finally stopped letting people live with us, you feel me, it was like they still having to go through growing pains, you know. I feel like, you know, grades fell off until I got into sports. Got into sports, they stayed up. Didn't really have support there, you know. You got track, you got basketball, volleyball, everybody's family there to support, but not mine. But I can't get mad because mama working, siblings, they doing their own thing. They 6 or 7 years older than me, different schools and every damn thing. So my life, like I was analyzing like why I'm such a loner, why I don't keep a lot of friends because them hoes ain't real, to be honest with you. And it's just like I be so content with myself, and I had to look at it. I really was raised, you know what I'm saying? I feel like outside of just church and like my mother's good, it's like I really had to raise myself. You had adults around, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't like no that I remember the best things was like us taking these drives to Arkansas. That's what my grandma was. But other than that, it was like fucked up, a little bit lonely. Let me say that. My I had like one friend, like, cause I remember one time our license off for like 2 months, nigga, 2 months. I'm in middle school. I had a friend that lived in our neighborhood. Her mom from Louisiana, always cooked, always had a good time. Like I literally stayed at my friend's house for damn near 2 months, and I see like how I handle like my bills. Like I don't give a damn what I fuck. I don't. You see, I don't wear jewelry. I ain't on no flossing. Fuck a Birkin bag. All that shit. The closest thing I come is to like a little wallet. Motherfuckers got bread. You don't need all of that. And it was like, but my bills stay paid, and I'm I'm very adamant on making sure that everything that I need to be protected, to have my surroundings, is taken care of because of shit like that. I remember after I dropped out of college, uh I started working at this because I was braiding hair. I was like fucking 15 braiding hair, grown up hair and shit. By the time I got out of college, I had got this I had got this job at this salon. Now this salon was owned by this black woman who was the stylist. You know, I used to braid the hair for people who needed braids and for her to do her sew-ins because it just was less time. Now, this lady, and it's crazy because, like I said, family, I've never talked about this to nobody. Um, Start working there. Now, this lady, she had a husband, but she was dating one of the barbers in the shops. It was like 3 barbers and probably like a few beauticians, and I was her braider. Anyway, I started talking to one of the barbers. Now, the lady, she had bought this house for her boyfriend. And I know you like, Mercy, what this got to do with you? Just give me a second, I'm going to get there, right? This is how traumas like continue. So we'll go to the house or whatever, because that was like, I guess, our home away from home. We'll go to the house, we'll drink, chill, party, or whatever. And like I said, one of the barbers, that was my boyfriend. We've been dating for a good 4-5 months now. You know what I'm saying? One night, man, we go to this party, right? Because we used to like go out to eat and all this shit. She used to even bring us around her husband and shit. Like she was real foul, like real foul. Anyway, one night, like we went to this party and we came back to the house. I was fucking drunk. I ain't gonna even lie. I go into my boyfriend's room. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm fucked up. And this man came in and fucking raped me in my boyfriend's room in this house. I remember getting up, like when my boyfriend probably did come in. I'm like, dog, was that you? He was like, no, because my pants were still by my legs. You feel me? Even, I'm just so disgusted, and I'm feeling that same energy of my earlier days when I just feel like ain't no fucking protection here. You know what I'm saying? The next day, you know, I addressed the situation. Now, mind you, y'all, I'm fresh out of college. You know, I just dropped out. I'm with like fucking 19 or something. I addressed the situation. And I'm going back to work. I told the lady, you know, I'm friends and all. I'm telling my dude, like, bro, the owner, this bitch, brings me in a car with this dude talking about, well, you know, mistakes happen. This bitch gonna tell me mistakes happen. And we all grown. You know how livid that makes you feel? How the and then not just that, but somebody that's supposed to be your man just ain't even address it. It just reminds me of how family be like, just sweep that shit under the rug like it ain't happened, you know? But I'm the one that's dealing with it. And just like everything, because you don't want nobody to get in trouble, but at the same time, I left that day. I ain't never went back. I went back probably about like a year later. The whole place was shut down and stuff, but it just so hard, like growing up not feeling protected. Growing up not feeling protected, but still be wanting to protect. Feeling like nobody is gonna really love you the way that you need to be loved. And then because, like I said, I was still going through, I feel like, abandonment issues, because when my father, when they divorced, you know, he got back remarried and shit, and it was just crazy. And it's like, so when I find myself in relationships where I don't even feel safe in, sometimes I used to try to hold on to people because I didn't want them to leave. And when things would get bad, I wouldn't want, you know, like, it's very important, family, to acknowledge what has happened to you so you can truly heal from it. You know? And, you know, like we be thinking like, oh, women don't know their worth, women don't know this. It's because some of them ain't never really known they was worthy of shit. You feel me? I mean, I could say I had a loving mother. I had, like, she was very protective, but at the end of the day, you can't protect us from the world when you still have to work in it or you still have to be a part of it, you know? Certain things, it's like, for a child to have to deal with, rationalize, and when shit becomes a norm, when traumas become normal, that's when it's like generational curses set in. And like I said, I was praying about even sharing this. Like, I know it's crazy, but it's like I'm sharing this with damn near the world, and I ain't never told a soul. But I feel like this is my truth. And if I don't speak on it, somebody who was went through the same thing won't think they'll be able to get out, won't think they'll be able to smile again. And y'all see me every day. I try to be this beacon of light because I've been through hell. And I prefer to be in the light. I prefer to see people happy, smiling. But sometimes it get hard to smile when you've been through so much shit. And I understand. And when I be telling y'all, like, I can feel y'all. When I do y'all readings, I feel it. I feel the emotion. I feel the guilt. I feel the shame. I feel the defeat. And want to be that example to be like, y'all, we can get through this. We got through it. This is not going to break us. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guess this is just me also healing. You know, this healing process don't stop. But I just want y'all to know that, like, y'all see a nigga laughing, y'all see me doing whatever y'all feel like I'm doing for y'all, with y'all, but y'all are part of my healing process. And I felt like a lot of things that are not spoken about need to be spoken on so that we could truly heal the way that we supposed to. And the thing is, like, I do feel like a lot of these traumas I have healed from, still healing. And I feel like me even speaking on this today is showing that healing process. Because, like I said, some of these things, like, nobody ever heard. And look, childhood things still affecting me, and I'm fucking, what, 36? Anyway, I just want y'all, if y'all don't take nothing from this, family, I want y'all to know that we are going to make it. We are survivors. And no matter what we've been through, no matter where we come from, that does not determine our outcome. Reason why we've been through so much shit, so that we could bring people out of their shit. We are gods. We have to awaken to it. We have to go through it. And now Spirit says no matter what we've been through, it's time for us to rise, family. We have to heal from our traumas. We have to acknowledge them, understand them. We have to heal from them. That's the only way that we're going to break these generational curses that have been passed down for years and years. Like, this shit is okay. It's not okay. And like I said, I'll cut off every fucking body in my life so that my children will not have to go through it. They will not know what I've been through. They will not have to worry about not feeling protected. And that's why it's very important for us to heal from our traumas, so that nobody else will be traumatized by them. Well, Scorpios, I'm gonna let y'all go, family, because I got more readings to do. But I just pray that this touches somebody's heart, and just let y'all know, family, we are in this together. We are truly in this together. All right, clap it up. We're about to move on, but I love you, family. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. And just know we in this together. That's all I can say. Bye, family.